Hi Jordi, thank you very much for being again on Veggie Channel. This time we are very proud because your ruling has gone through. So please,
Yes.
what the ruling about? Can you tell us what it is about?
Yes. So I had this pre-hearing the Thursday and Friday a few days ago about whether ethical veganism is a protected philosophical belief under the Equalities Act 2010. That was part of my discrimination case that I still will continue, but before my case to be tested in court about whether I was discriminated or not, the judge had to decide first whether veganism, ethical veganism in particular, is a protected philosophical belief. So there was Thursday, the first day, and in the first day there was only him, the judge, because I produced 1,200 pages of evidence, and he needed a whole day alone being able to read the entire thing. And in the third, which was Friday, 3rd of January 2020, for those that might be watching this years later, this is the day that all the witnesses were there ready, the both sides were ready, and then we presented our oral evidence, and we expected, that should be the norm, to go home and then the judge after a few days would produce a written judgment. But he didn't do that. He told us straight away that he already had decided, that the evidence was so strong that he already had decided. And what he decided is that, yes, ethical veganism is a protected philosophical belief, a non-religious philosophical belief under the Equality Act, and that, yes, I am an ethical vegan holding that belief.
Wonderful.
And this is amazing news, because it's the first time that ever a judge everywhere in the world has said that.
Wonderful. Congratulations with all our heart from our staff and from Italy. Okay, the second question. Now that you're going to have this amazing media attention, many newspaper and TV like CNN are interested in interviewing you every day. What do you think is going to translate all this media attention into?
Yes, it's been really crazy. Immediately after the verdict, all the press was outside, a row of cameras, and since then I haven't stopped. It's been already, today is Monday, it's been already 3 days of constant media attention. I bought all the newspapers in England on Saturday. Only until today I opened them all, and I mean all of them. So that was amazing. And from everywhere, from Bosnia, from Turkey, from Australia, people were flying into Abu Dhabi, and they would see in the plane an advert about my case everywhere in the world. So personally, that was a bit overwhelming. That was a bit too much. I never seen my face so many places. But seriously, what it means is that everybody's talking about vegans. Everybody's talking about what's the difference between an ethical vegan and somebody that only have a plant-based diet. Everybody's talking about how vegans are discriminated about. Everybody is talking about how veganism is a protected belief that is important, is coherent, is worthy of respect in the democratic society. These are words that the judge said. And it's put veganism at a very high level, because it's no longer that thing that people do that you think is a fashion and people make jokes about it. Now it's as important as any other belief that is there, religious or otherwise. And I think there is a lot of interest from both sides, from people that like very much what happened and people that hate very much what happened, because everybody has an opinion about this. Nobody is indifferent. And that was the interesting thing. Now, the consequences are that because everybody will have learned about this, there will be people in other countries that they might have the same situation I was. They might have been fired because they were vegans. And now they realize that if it happened in England, could happen in Italy, could happen in Greece, could happen in Japan. And they might develop the same process I did. They might find which law is available, and perhaps what happened in the UK could start happening everywhere, because the vegans are the same everywhere, the animals are the same everywhere, discrimination is the same everywhere. So it had to start in some country. It's good to start it in the UK because veganism, the word vegan was invented here, but it could have been anywhere. But it has to finish everywhere.
So how will those who treat a vegan badly be prosecuted in the future?
If you are a vegan and you feel you have been discriminated, and my case was the maximum amount of discrimination, which is being fired, but you don't have to be that much. It could be just that you're not provided the right food when everybody else has had food. Or you are forced to wear uniforms that have leather and everybody else's uniforms are paid by the employer and you have to pay your own. All these things are forms of discrimination. Up to now, you just have to take it and be happy and complain to your family, and that's it. Now you can address your employer with strength and say, look, what you've done is incorrect. Please correct it. My belief is a protected belief. It's not less important than any religion or other belief, so you need to take me seriously. Hopefully, because that employer has seen all this media thing around, that employer already realized that this is true, and that employer will say, sorry, I will correct it very quickly. In fact, I already seen in the internet companies that advise employers already telling them, start changing your policies because you don't want to be caught in a situation like that.
Amazing.
But what happens if you have an employer who says, no, I still don't care, I still don't like vegans, well then you can take that employer to the employment tribunal and make a claim for discrimination. And because now there is a precedent, it's a chance, a good chance, if it's a genuine claim and it is true that you were discriminated for that particular reason, there's a chance that you will win that case.
So this ruling took place only a few days ago, on the 3rd of January, and already a lot of changes are happening around the world. How long time do you think is going to take in Italy to follow this ruling as well?
Well, I really don't know. I don't know how is the scene, the vegan scene in Italy, and let alone I don't know how is the legal situation in Italy. But it must be somebody, you perhaps or somebody else, that will have to go and say, look, let's look at the law. Let's see how the law works. Because in the UK we had the advantage that the Equalities Act does say philosophical beliefs should be protected. Perhaps that word doesn't exist in Italian legislation. But perhaps there is another word. Perhaps it says creed or something else. And then it will be a matter of getting people with knowledge of law to find ways to promote that cases that might fit to that legislation. Yeah. And if there isn't anything that you could use, then there is a scope for campaigning to lobby politicians to modify the laws, so to add something similar to philosophical belief, not just for veganism, for environmentalists, for pacifists, for everybody else that has a belief that is a strong felt belief, but it's not a religious belief. And they also deserve to be protected. So it would be enough people around that would support lobbying for such a change. But who knows how long it's going to take? That's I can't tell.
So this was the first part of your case. Your case is divided in two pieces, I would say. So what is the state at the moment? What is the situation? And what do you think is going to be in the next, I don't know, when is going to be the second part?
Yeah, the second part is at the end of February and the beginning of March. It's a 10-day trial that will take part in between these 2 months. Of course, I cannot talk anything about that part of the case because it hasn't happened and I'm in the middle of litigation, but that would, at least now we know that we could use the discrimination component of my case, which we didn't know until we needed the approval of the judge to confirm that veganism is a protected belief. Now we know that it definitely is, so we can develop our case with that knowledge. But how it's going to end, I don't know. You never know. That one is far more difficult because it's two sides defending each other. In this case, my former employer didn't contest the aspect of veganism, so it was easier for me, but the other will be more difficult and 10 days. And what is more important, I still haven't got all the money to pay all my lawyers for the rest of the case. So I'm still crowdfunding in crowdjustice.com in the same page that I was doing before, because my case still needs support from the population. And then my hope is that now vegans, they realize that I have achieved something for them. Perhaps they can help me to achieve something for me.
We remind our viewers to go down the description to see the link where we can help you in your crowdfunding. So for the time being, we say thank you very much again, and we waiting to see you in Italy. I hope you will be able to visit us very soon.
Yes, I would love to do that, yes.
So you are invited. You are going to be like a hero for us. Many people is waiting for you. So thank you, Jordi. Thank you very much, and good luck for the second part of this case.
Thank you very much, Massimo.